organically, people come back to my platform and say, when I first heard you, I was a part of that 99%. I was like, fuck her, I blocked you. Like, I blocked you on Facebook. I blocked you on Instagram. And then when I started going through some real shit in my life, the way that you said stuff the last time I saw you, it made me circulate the background, unblock you, and now I'm in your platform paying for Zooms. I'm booking one-on-ones. I'm in your book club, like, and I legitimately, there's over 5,000 people that follow me. That has been the case.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, it was a complete wall up when they first heard the stuff I'm talking about.
Is it primarily, like, if you had to do percentages, women to men, what would you say that it is?
It almost feels equal.
Really?
It genuinely almost feels equal. Now, a good majority of them not gonna say it on my page or in the comments. They're gonna get in my DMs or they're gonna get on a one-on-one, men and women, and they're gonna, man, love, I was on some fuck shit as a man till I started listening to you. It made me really step up. Men all the time, I was doing that. Like, I was going out what my baby mama said about me with my kids, and now I'm just getting in there. Like, regardless of how I look, and it's women that's like, I be doing that bullshit. Like, I be doing that manipulating shit. You know what I mean? I done started to change my ways.
All of the feedback that I'm getting, I would say if I had to do a ratio, if I just had to guess out the top of my head, it's maybe 85-15 men to women that was requesting you to be on here.
So what's the
guys fuck with you? Real talk. I'm just being 100%. And I don't know if that's just my audience or my people, right? Because, just on YouTube with the multiple different platforms, I don't know. If I had to guess, maybe like 450,000 subscribers, something like that, right? They fuck with you. Like, if I brought up your name last week and they like, oh yeah, we fuck with her. Like, she that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then that's why I'm wondering, like, do you get pushback from men too? Or is the pushback primarily from women?
The pushback mostly comes from women. But I will tell you this, on my, like, the business side of my platform, meaning like me engaging and teaching and doing therapy, it's majority women. So the people that are spending a heavy amount of money on the information offline are the females.
Really?
Like, my Zooms, if I do a Zoom and there's 100 people in there, 75, 80 of them women. That we have a problem with accountability, right? And so out in the public, we not. Yeah, I'm one of them women that need help, love. Now, behind the scenes, bitch, we gonna spend our whole check trying to get right once we realize we wrong, but we ain't finna let y'all know.
Really? That's pretty tripped out. Cause I'm assuming that's where you also get the most pushback. It's from women. But I don't know if it's cause they just more vocal or what.
No, it's cause it ain't even got nothing to do with the vocal, cause more men are speaking up. It's because we used to getting away with shit. Y'all been letting us get away with a lot. Like, and I can laugh when I say this as a woman. Y'all been letting us get away with some fuck shit.
You think that's on a mass scale, or like just within our own relationships that we let y'all get away with it?
On a mass scale, it's listen, it is a real struggle to hold women accountable from y'all men doing it. A lot of men just, I don't want to argue, or I don't want to. So I be sitting back like, how long y'all gonna let this go
maybe
on?
That's why you such a breath of fresh air as far as people really, really, really fucking with you, because honestly, I don't know nobody like you. I didn't talk to a lot of people. I didn't coach a lot of people. I didn't interviewed a lot of people. Small, big, famous, all of that shit. I don't know nobody like you. I've never met one person that's similar to you.
That's dope. That's dope to hear.
That's crazy. And it's so tripped out to where it was like, and I had to do some research, a little bit of research.
Right.
I try to prevent myself from deep diving too deep, because I just like to have organic conversations. But I had to do some research, like, dang, what the fuck is going on? And I wasn't paying attention to necessarily everything you were saying. I was paying attention to how you were saying and how it resonated with certain people and why they reacted a certain type of way. I think that's why people really fuck with you like that.
The content is triggering, which I know that. And I have a background in psychology. Like, that is a passion for me to understand our mind, just human beings, our species, and how we're, wired to work, right? Yeah. In regards to our biology. When it comes to the internet, like, my delivery is done very intentional. Like, I dumb the content down, and I add the ghetto, the hood, because I've had, nationally syndicated radio shows and things like that, where of course you can't cuss, you can't use certain verbiage, so I can deliver the same content on a higher level, just educational or intellectual wise. But on the internet, just the raw internet, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you got to really get in there and break the shit out of books down to the most basic level. And you got to say it, and you got to say it again, and you got to make certain faces, and you got to, you know, do certain hand movements for it to really impinge. And there are a lot of people, that's the only reason they caught on to the game they caught on to, is because of how I was saying it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, especially in our community, this is how they was raised, off of being chastised and disciplined with that type of aggression.
If you, when you see women today, in the transition, because we really got a front row seat, especially with social media, us being able to communicate with people, us being able to even communicate with each other, would you suggest women get in relationships earlier, or would you suggest them kind of wait, get themselves established, get into careers, and then start to think about relationships?
So, you know, for our human species, by nature, our biology, we're wired to run in social circles and to socialize, right? So at a young age, you should jump out here, male or female, and get experience with socializing. So I have my relationship cycle that I explain to people. There is, you date, you exclusively date, you court, then there's that engagement stage, and then there is marriage or some sort of lifelong commitment, right? The dating stage, women...
Wait, break that down one more time. Say that one more time.
So there is, when I teach on relationship, the cycle that I teach is there is dating, exclusively dating, courting, engagement, and then there is marriage or some sort of long-term commitment. Because some people don't believe in marriage, but they believe in a lifetime partner.
I'm a C student, so I got to break it down for me and my C student friends. No, I'm with it. I'm with you. I'm following you.
So the dating stage, especially for women, we should be talking to multiple men. This has nothing to do with whether you're having sex or not. You should be getting social experience with multiple men. Going on dates, whining and dining, hanging out, you know what I mean? Getting to know one another. During this stage, you should be talking to more than one person, and they should also.
Is this age exclusive? Is it different, like the way in which they should date, depending on how old they are or where they at in their life?
Well, the actual events obviously should match your lifestyle and your age.
Right, I got you.
But I don't care if you 17 or you 45. This dating stage should be where you're, talking to multiple people, they're talking to multiple people.
I got you.
There should be options. And this is something that women, especially for our community, we jump out here and we talk to one person, and then we end up entangled with them, with kids and all kind of stuff, and we never were genuinely compatible with them. They were like the only option because we only allowed ourselves to have that option.
Well, that's why I asked you that in the beginning, though, is that when I said, when people have more options, is that a good or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing because you are choosing, like you are making a intentional choice based on having more going on. Most of the time, when people are talking to one person, they usually, one or the other is in a survival mode. So what I call survival mode is you don't have your basics together. You don't have, the simple adult basics in order, which is why you fucking around with one option.